Hey guys, I'm Boot. We're in New Jersey, and today I woke up this morning to news of a flavor ban on nicotine e-cigarettes. This ban comes after over 450 vaping-related illnesses and at least 6 deaths. Now, these deaths and illnesses are not a result of vaping traditional nicotine e-cigarettes. These illnesses are caused by black market THC cartridges or pods or even liquid that's made with a vitamin E acetate compound. So when you're hearing on the news that, they don't know why or they don't know what's causing it, it's bullshit. I mean, and this is a very, very touchy subject for me. There have been so many misinformed people just spewing false information everywhere. And after this morning's calls to action for and against e-cigarettes as a whole, and the constant amount of people in my life that I consistently struggle with telling me how my e-cigarette is far worse than cigarettes, and I'm so tired of it that I have to make this video. First off, I'd like to tell you that if you're curious about vaping or quitting smoking or even any information on this, please go check out Casaa. I'll put the address here, Casaa.org. They're a wonderful group that's exploring and defending all avenues of smoke-free tobacco replacement and quitting. It's free. It'll take a minute to look up, and if you're more interested, go ahead and join. Again, it's free and it's easy. It takes just a moment. They have calls to action, and they keep you informed on all new legislation that's regarding this subject. I am a vapor, and I vote, and my opinion is wholly based in fact. So I'm going to give you some facts right now. The first one being, fact one is vaping a traditional e-cigarette is at least 95% safer than smoking an actual traditional, cigarette that you light up, a combustible cigarette, as reported by multiple studies, multiple scientific studies. One major name comes to mind, and that is the Royal College of Physicians. There's a margin of error, I think it was 97%, but they toned it down just to, give a margin of error at 95% safer than actual smoking a traditional combustible cigarette. And that's reported by multiple studies. Fact 2, vaping traditional e-cigarettes has about the same effect as traditional NRTs or nicotine replacement therapies like gum, patches, lozenges found by studies. And I'll go ahead and link one of those down in the description. Fact 3, vaping nicotine e-cigarettes is more likely to help people quit and stay off cigarettes than any other nicotine replacement therapy. And that is as well in the study linked down below. Fact number 4, Scott Gottlieb, the former commissioner of the FDA, the group now trying to regulate and ban flavors, has stock in vaping as well as in the Pfizer group. So basically he has money coming in from the vape company and the company who will treat vaping. So that's just disgusting. Fact number 5, Dr. Constantino Farsalinos, he is a research fellow, Konstantinos Farsalinos, sorry I said that wrong, is a research fellow at the Onassis Cardiac Surgery Center in Athens, Greece, and at the Department of Pharmacology, at the University of Patras, Greece. I don't know if I pronounced that right, sorry if I didn't. And also at the National School of Public Health in Greece. Additionally, he's performing research on heated tobacco products and continues to promote them as a harm reduction alternative to traditional combustible cigarettes. When I say combustible cigarettes, I mean the regular cigarettes you light up, that whole deal. Moving on, fact 5, most medical journals will print anything you write as long as you pay for it. And this was proven in a medical journal on a television show called Adam Ruins Everything, where they actually published the entire script for the show because they paid for it. So not all things you read in a medical journal are credible. Fact 6, popcorn lung is not a real condition. It is a, loosely made up term that they use to describe the lung illness that was apparent in people who were working in a factory in New Jersey, a popcorn factory, and they were exposed to vaporized diacetyl. Now, that was not very long ago that happened. And so when that became an issue in the vaping industry, it was actually taken out of all e-cigs after the AFNOR standard applied to the e-liquids in 2014 to 2015. So the chemical claimed to be responsible is no longer in use in e-cigarettes. Fact number 6, there are no metal particles or particulates in properly used nicotine e-cigarettes or vapor products. Fact number 7, there is an agreement called the MSA, or the Master Settlement Agreement, that correlates the amount of cigarettes sold to make money for each state. And so e-cigs take away from that money, and that's why it's so imperative that the government wants to put a stop to e-cigarettes. Fact number 8, flavoring is in everything. Flavor is referred to as the spice of life, and adults everywhere enjoy flavors of all walks of life, from candy to snacks, all the way through all the meals to desserts and beverages. And no one bats an eye at flavored cigars, or even now they have flavored cigarettes, which is amazing that they can do that. They made a mint flavored cigarette because I guess it's considered a menthol cigarette. That's okay. But it's even in flavored alcohols. Fact number 9, there is already on the books a foolproof way of keeping kids off of e-cigarettes, as well as traditional cigarettes and alcohol, flavored or not. It's called checking ID. And what happens to places that don't check ID is they get fined. And I don't think that that is a strong enough punishment, seeing as how kids vaping is the reason for all of the hysteria, reason for this epidemic. Fact 10, banning flavors will push millions, hundreds of millions even, of former smokers turned vapors back to combustible traditional cigarettes out of fear. Not to preserve public health, but preserving a steady cash flow. People would just suffer from illnesses related to smoking and lining the pockets of all of the same aforementioned people. It's disgusting. Fact 11, as in the immortal words of Kevin Skipper, you don't have to do everything. Ooh, that's a hard one to get through. Oh, I'm so frustrated.
I hear you upset.
As in the immortal words of Kevin Skipper, you don't have to do everything, but you do have to do something. Because ignorance is keeping people from moving in a direction for a better future. For ourselves, our children, and our children's children, and so on. So please check out the links I left in the description of this video and take a hold of the future for all of us. Being in the know is so important, and if I were to sit here and go on and on my soapbox, I'm sure you would be bored to tears, and I could absolutely rattle off facts all day. But if you made it this far in the video, please let your voice be heard and reach out to your constituents in a polite and respectful tone, because we, the people, should have a voice in what happens in our cities, our towns, states, and country, not the politicians who are disconnected from society either by business or by title. That's about all I got for now, so thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget the links below. Go ahead and check out Casaa.org, and go ahead and join. It's easy, it's free, just takes a moment, and that's about all I got. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.